And we're back with our full hour segment of the Screen Team, man. We've been reviewing movies like mad crazy here on this hour edition of the Screen Team. We've done the Peanuts movie. We've done Mr. Holmes, which Sabrina's a huge fan of the Sherlock Holmes films. We've done Hotel Transylvania 2. We've done Tomorrowland. We've done the first Harry Potter. My goodness. And now
we've got a lot to say.
And now we are on our final film of the hour, which is The Visit. We have all these family films in there, and we've got scary...
This is about a visit with family.
Yeah, I guess you're right. This is a film that came out a couple of months ago, and we're now just getting down to reviewing it. It came out in September, and this is one of those found footage films that I love so much. I just love it.
He's being so sarcastic right now.
I am. If people don't know what found footage is, it's those films like Blair Witch Project, Paranormal Activity, where the film that you're seeing is actually recorded in a sense by different
by the actors.
By the actors, yes. And this one is the same thing. And we've got Luke here talking about The Visit as well.
Oh, yeah. He did not see this movie.
Thank goodness. So what's going on with this film, Sabrina?
Well, this movie plays on probably the biggest fear I have, and that fear is of being old. Yeah, exactly. Luke's a little bit afraid of me being old too. I have just this weird, crazy fear of extreme elderliness.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I know it's crazy because there's a lot of elderlies in my family, and you know, I'm not scared of them, but I'm a little bit scared of old people I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna point out the obvious. Obviously, I don't know what the future holds for you, Sabrina, but you've got pretty good genes in your family.
Yeah, we last a long time.
You guys last a long time, man.
We have a tendency to creep up on 100. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully that happens. I know
you
don't want it to happen, but I would like.
It's so politically incorrect for me to say that, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, I'm not so much now as an adult, but as a young person, I was extremely afraid of nursing homes. I didn't ever want to go in one.
So obviously this movie had an additional element of scare for you at least, because our main scarers are a couple of older people, right?
Yeah, they're grandparents.
Right. So we have this single mom who is sending her two young kids off to meet their grandparents for the first time, right?
Yeah, for whom they've never met. They've never seen a picture of them. They've never had any conversations about them at all. And all of a sudden, out of the clear blue, the daughter's parents reach out to her and want to meet their grandkids.
Correct.
And her grandkids are like a teenager and a preteen. You know, a girl is the oldest and the boy is the youngest, and he's an aspiring rap star. And
that was I only got to see half of this film, but that was some funny stuff when that 9-year-old starts rapping. Man, that was classic.
So they venture off on the train, and there was some bad blood between the mom and her parents, and that's why there was never any interaction. Mommy. So talk about distractions, right?
Yeah.
So we have these kids who have never seen their grandparents, and they are the picture-perfect grandparents when they arrive.
Right.
And first night, great, but they are told, hey, don't go in the basement, there's mold down there, and this is in the trailer, and bedtime is 9:30.
Right.
And we already know going into it, based on the trailer, that something weird happens after dark. Well, it turns out that the explanation we're given is sundowners, which is a common phrase used for what happens when the sun goes down to some elderly folks' persona. They start talking to people who aren't there, and they get up and move around in the night, not knowing where they're going or what's going on, or they get confused.
That's some scary stuff.
And it can be very scary, yes. And so this movie plays on that very, very well. As the visit, which is only a week long, progresses, the strangeness, starts to continue after dark. There are some of the best scares in this movie I have seen in a long time.
Yeah, I only got to see, like I said, I guess maybe a fourth of this film in the theater with you, actually. And there was a part where you screamed pretty loud.
I screamed out loud.
It was funny, man.
Well, I had to go back. See, Chris and I had date night, and so it got interrupted. You know, that's what happens when you're moms and dads, and
right.
We didn't get to finish the movie. But I was so fixated on finishing this movie, like Sunday rolls around, I'm like, I gotta go. He's sleeping. I'll see you in an hour and a half or two. You know, and I went and finished the movie by myself. And there was a lady down the aisle from me, and she threw her popcorn in the air, bucket and all. I am not kidding. Straight up in the air. It was a blast. I've heard mixed reviews from others. Younger folks don't seem to think it meets their guts and gore, you know,
it doesn't
quality.
Doesn't live up to the Saws and the Hostels of today.
Exactly.
Right?
It's nothing like those things. In fact, this was one of a truly great scary movie because it plays on your fears, not on your disgust.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you, this movie was directed by M. Night Shyamalan, who obviously started off with a bang with The Sixth Sense, but his consecutive films since then haven't been as received as well. What did you think about his job with this film, and did it have a typical M. Night Shyamalan kind of twist to it?
Completely redeemed himself.
You think
so?
I
do believe... People may think I'm crazy because this is my genre. This is my favorite kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But yes, I think he has completely come back on top of his game.
Yeah. The movie is called The Visit. It came out in September. It's one of those found footage films, which kind of shows the camera through the actor's eyes. And I thought it was kind of even though I hate these kind of films, I thought it was kind of a cool concept that the reason they were having all these cameras was because the grandchild wanted to make a documentary. She's an aspiring film director.
Yes, student of filmography, and she wanted to take it back to her mother and show her mother that her grandparents were cool. Yeah.
But they were cool for a totally different way. So who do you this is a big thumbs up for you then.
Oh, big thumbs up. Yeah, but I wouldn't take the little ones.
I would hope not.
Obviously.
I would hope not. It is rated R. It definitely has some scares in there and some language, and I think if I remember, some nudity in there as well.
You see
partial nudity.
Partial nudity.
Yeah.
Partial, yeah.
Yeah.
You see some bare butt.
Yes, you
Not going
do.
to say who's bare butt.
Yes, you do. The movie is called The Visit, and as you can hear, it frightened Sabrina greatly.
Heebie-jeebies.
Very much so. That's going to do it for our full hour edition of the Screen Team this evening. Want to thank everybody who came on the show and helped out. We'll be back with a brand new show next week, and we'll have Kadam on the show, and we'll also have Dalton on the show. Dalton's going to be a first-time member of the Screen Team, but Dalton, he runs our board each and every weekend on the Screen Team, so we decided to get him out from under the board, bring him here in front of the mic, and he's going to review 3 movies with us. The first one is a baseball movie called The Rookie. The second one is a movie called Secondhand Lions, which stars Michael Caine and Robert Duvall. And the third film we're going to review is the brand new James Bond film called Spectre. It's all next Saturday at 6 p.m. The Screen Team is all brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, also Fearless Social, and Poplar Bluff Drywall. Remember, you can check out The Screen Team on our website at screenteampb.com. We're also on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. This is The Screen Team on today's Talk 930 KWOC.